Hello everyone and welcome to another edition of Micks Mowers, and in today's edition we're going to be looking at a little tiny lawnmower. It is a McCall lawnmower. It came in as part of a job lot a little while ago. It's been sitting around the side of a shed, so I thought I'd have a little go at it. I might be missing some parts to it, but I just want to at least try and get the engine running and see if it'll go to begin with. I've got to replace some cables and some bits and pieces. It's a bit of a mess, but we'll have a little go at it, see what we can do, see if we can't turn it around. So without further ado, let's get down and dirty and let's check this little lawnmower. Okay, here it is, and as you can see, it's all just a bit, you know, there's bits and pieces everywhere. This has been held on with a cable tie of some description, not quite sure what's going on there. It's got a drive. It's got a throttle to it, which I don't really agree with Briggs and Strattons, so that'll probably come off. But I can't do the dead man's handle because the cable is sheared at the top end, so I can't work that at all. So first off, I'm going to try and just sort out the dead man's handle, so I'm going to try and get this engine just to fire, and then we'll go from there. What we've got is this little contraption here. I've got a throttle over this side as well, which doesn't belong here. It doesn't belong on this mower at all, full stop. That's got to come off. I should have a spare to fit this, I'm hoping, with a throttle already on it. So I'm going to take this off, take the other one off as well, strip it all down so that we've got just one to work with. So let's make the start. That's going to undo a knot, yeah, it will do. What's a adjustable or something on there. Take that off. Put that back on. What else we got? Well, a pair of snips. Pliers. Take that cable tie off. I shall leave it on actually, maybe. That one will come apart out the back. Yeah, that'd be cool. That's that gone. So the dead man's actually broken on this one. So that's no good for nothing. It's on your new dead man's cable. I don't know if I've got one to fit this, so I'll have to have a look in a minute. I did have somewhere a brand new one of these. Here it is. That should go on there. Yeah, that fits on there, lovely. So happy with that. Bring that bolt back in. Got to find a another cable just to fit that. So that'll go onto there. So I'm happy with that. But just here's a new dead man's cable. Go on the back side of it. A bit lost in. There's that one. So that's a shame it's snapped off. I might be able to make something up for that. So let me take it off the actual dead man itself. Along those snips. That's going to be down here. Getting a bit closer. We've got a cable on here, cable tie, that can come off. Don't know quite why that was on there, probably because the cable was snapped. And I'll remove this cable from here by pinching with two tabs in, pull that out, that one comes out. That's it. Right, let's look at this cable, see what's done with this. Which I'm hoping will work, because the other one was just slightly too short, so this one should be okay. It's got a slightly different connection on the end of it, but it should work. So let's try fitting that into place. It's not a brilliant fit, but it does fit. It will fit. Let's try that. I'll redo the throttle the other side, bring that cable over if it runs. I don't know if that cable runs itself yet, we'll see in a minute. Let me just nick that up. If not, it'll have to be a complete new cable setup, but I'm hoping to get away with it if I can. That goes down, that's for drive, that's a dead man. Goes onto the engine, comes back, sits into there. So that's now on the cable that end. That's now fitted on there. And I'm now going to try and connect it up this top end. It's going to be on that on there. That's a bit too long to be fair. Which it is. I might have to cut this cable and then rejoin it so it takes the slack up where I need it to. So I'll do that now. I've got some crimping tools which I use. So all I'm going to do is bring around a smidge. All I'm going to do is that's a bit too long. I'll cut it about there. These new pair of pliers, these are blunt. We try and find the snips. This has got it. That's just one there. That's it. So I'm happy with that now. And with these little tiny crimpers I've got, I'll thread that through the cable. I'll thread it through the connection. That's on the bottom side. That'll go on the top side. Bit of a tight fit, but it should all go once it's in place. And this will just take the slack up, like so. I'll move that crimp up the top. I'll bring you a bit closer, you can see in a minute what I'm actually talking about, rather than just telling you. Just trying to get all the cable in so it doesn't fray up. So that's what I've done now. I've got this little crimper here, and that will now give me the desired width that I need. I need a pair of snippers or pliers just to push that together. I don't go too mad with it because I don't want to actually cut it. So it's going to be about there. Just slowly start to pinch that in place. I don't want to cut it, just want to just pinch it together. I'm going from the other side just to make sure I've definitely got it. I normally use tile cutters. I can't find, I think they're in my trailer. So that's got it. Happy with that now. Right, let's have a little look, see what we can do. Now that a dead man is now working. I feel it looks really good actually. Really good. So that'll have a clean. All the governor springs are in place. We've got bits of crud in here and what have you. The carburetor looks really dry. What I intend to do now is just to give us a good blast with the old WD-40 spray and the air compressor. I'll put that to one side for now, just so we get a bit of a clean up and just a bit of a tidy. So give us 2 ticks and I'll come back. Okay, so that's that done, cleaned off, just for my own purposes. That's ran the wrong way for a start, so Got to put that on properly. So it'll be a 3/8 and a 13 on there. I hope to get sort of mower run. It's part of a job lot that come in. It would be good. I've had a 3/8 on the front. Put that in there for now. Let's take this off. The little retaining washer is on the back, that's come off. So that's there. That will go back on. The washer goes on first, the O-ring, followed by the clip. I shan't do a gasket and diaphragm just yet. I'm not quite sure what's going on. The fuel looks absolutely horrendous. Let's check the fuel out. Yeah, I've done it very good. That's nasty, nasty. Some bits and pieces in there. But based upon that, I don't know if I should do a gasket and diaphragm set or not, but that looks hideous. In fact, I might just take this carburetor off very quickly, just so I can see what it looks like inside before I even start to fire it. Yeah, needs doing. So this one is a slightly different. It has a little tiny. Let me try and get it out for you. Little tiny filter that goes on the back of the carb, the back of just there. A little cap. And it's very dirty in there, and that diaphragm looks very, very saggy. Very saggy indeed, so I can go for a Burton. We don't want that. Just going to blow this out, give it a clean, put your gasket diaphragm in there, and I'll come back. Okay, so the new gasket diaphragm gone in. See that little spring's come from a Burton. That needs to go back on. Hook him on and bend him back round. You've got to live on there. No coming off of you. That's it. Hook the carburetor back onto the linkage. Somehow that one goes on together. Little rubber elbow goes on first before I push it, commit it to the engine. That's it. All pushes on. Seems to be because of throttle, I think. That's why I don't agree with these throttle systems on these Briggses. They hook up. They don't need it. They really don't need it. 3/8, and then do up the 13mm. Which I put in my pockets. Right, happy with that so far. Right, so that's priming. Yeah, it is. Priming lovely actually. Good, good. Let's get the air filter back in, which is not too bad at all. Just got to find a bolt for that. It's hiding somewhere. I found it. Oh, I didn't find it. I found a spare. I don't know where the other one's gone. It'll show up. That's on. Let's check the oil. See what that looks like. As long as it's got some oil in it, I'll be happy. I doubt it has. Bring it a bit closer to see what's going on. Let's have a little look. See what the oil situation is. Nothing. Let's put some oil in it. We've got a bit of oil, which I'm nearly out of again. Let's put some good stuff in it. Let's start off about there. See how that gets on. Well, I think we're somewhere close. We've got a local fun fair just over the wreck. Just turned up the other day, so Brandon's been over there tonight. He's been on the water, whatever, he come back feeling sick. It's absolutely bang on to where it needs to be. I'm happy with that now. Just want to check the underside, see what that looks like. Just make sure the blade's not still got sort of throttle out yet. I don't think that's moving very well, to be fair. But I don't think it's doing a lot. It wants to go, and it might go with a bit of force. It might free itself up. There it goes. It's not brilliant, but hopefully a bit of lubrication and it'll start to free itself up. If not, I might have some spare for that. It's not doing a lot, it's not pulling back a lot. But I'll figure that out in a bit. Right, so I've got no leaks, nothing showing what it shouldn't be. Let's have a quick tip up and see what it looks like underneath. Blade is on where it should be, and it looks relatively good underneath here. It's very clean actually compared to what the rest of the mower look like. Should we go for a fire up? See what it does. I'll do it in the shed because the exhaust pipe is blowing straight out the exhaust, out the side there. So let's have a fire up and see what happens. I'm gonna have to shut it off very quickly. I'll make sure that dead man is actually making a good connection. I'm not convinced it is, so let's bend it down a smidge. That's better. Still not happy. That's better. Right, let's have a fire up. So this hasn't been tested at all. Let's have a little look and see what happens. Yeah, that wants to rev its head off. So let's take that throttle linkage off. I don't want it revving like that. Well, it fired. Now it's me that shut it off. I'm not a fan of these throttle mechanisms on the Briggses. I'm not a fan at all. They just don't need them. They idle really well on their own without any help. They are a bit gimmicky, so I may just literally take it off, disconnect the cable altogether. Unless I have a spare and it works quite well, but I don't think it does. But just so I can fire it up properly, I want to disconnect it. That's better. Let's take that off for now. I'm not a fan of these at all. Let's take that off. Because you can adjust it here for what you need to do. So technically that should be slow running. Just there. Seems to be very, very close to that spring. But I'll put it one side for now. We can go on later on if need be. So I'm not a fan of them. Right, let's give that another fire, see what happens now. Right, let's try that one more time. That actually runs quite sweet. So I don't know if I've got a throttle cable for that, because this throttle cable is not currently working. Where it pulls in, it doesn't like to go back. That's as far as it goes before it bends over. So let me see if I've got a spare throttle cable, which I think I possibly do. I actually found it. It was on the floor. Stick that up. That up. Don't do that too tight, they just snap any plastic. I want to be backed off a touch. That's better. Otherwise it just pinches. Right, let's pull this lawnmower back a bit and then we can try and reconnect this throttle back up. As I say, I'm not a fan of them, but it's got it, and when you go to sell it, someone will ask where the throttle was, it broken into, you'll have issues. Not that I got issues. I don't think I have. Right, that's now obsolete. That's the new one to come round. That wants to sit up into its new home. If I put it in there first. Slow is right over there. If I put that like that, I think that's slow, it's all over there. And when you pull that forward, it doesn't want to go past that point. Yeah, that's it, right. Let's give that a whirl, see what that sounds like. I'll turn it on slow first, see what happens. Right, let me fire it back up. Hang on to your socks. Right, next day. I've had my sleep, all 3 hours of it, give or take. Just been out and picked up a little generator, which is a non-runner, so that'd be a good one. Not done a generator before, so we'll have a go on that. So, where were we? Morning, Poppy, how are you doing? Well, the dog's come in to see me. So I'll put this little grommet back in its little housing. That is loose. That's it, lives in there. So how far we got? Just ordered some new spark plugs, so they won't be here as of yet. Done a spark plug, new air filter, gasket diaphragm, primer bubble works fine. I want to put the back brake cover on, which I'll put to one side, which is there. So it's got a new cover for the back of that, so that's on there. That's got that. That all working. So spark plug, we have to wait till I get one in. I just ordered another 10 or 12 off of Amazonian. So just a couple of cable ties just to tidy the area up. Always put it just below below the brake on the handlebars. I'll put one down in here as well. And just test the throttle, make sure that still works, which it does. Snip them off. A pair of pliers, snippers or something along that line. Seems to have lost me My little red handle snips. I think I saw them in the kitchen. So that's them. So I've got a little blade, sort of blade looks like. You won't see it, you're in, I'll see it mine then. Yeah, wants a new edge put on it. So I'll bring it around and we'll take the blade off. HT lead is off. That may want a bit of a persuasion on there. I don't want to round it off. As you can see, there's no edge on that at all, so that's not going to be cutting anything. So just grind it off on the wheel and I'll come back. I had to take quite a bit off of that blade, to be fair. It was really bad condition, but I put a good edge on it now, both sides. Bit of a heat spot just there, but that'll be fine. And it's been balanced as well, so much happy with it now. It was really battered, so I had to go back quite a way on that one. And now it's got a decent edge on it, and it'll actually cut grass. That's why it's important when you sharpen these blades to balance them up. Otherwise they'll vibrate like anything. That's what happens with 14mm, I expect. I've just seen it, so I can pick it up. Right, let me pick that socket up before I lose it. Good. Put that back. And my gun. I think I'm going to celebrate with a nice cup of coffee. Thank you very much, Chris. Alright, cup of coffee. Oh, that's yummy. I do like my coffee. Right. Yeah, height adjustment all works fine. What setting is that on? 1, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That sits true. So I think that's all we need to do, isn't it? I've done the I took the cable off the other end up here as well. That's already gone. That's done. Just got to cut these ends off here on this cable. But I'll do that now. Try and sit you up. You're a bit on a wonk for some reason. Not quite what's going on there. There's my snippers. I had them a minute ago. There they are. Just want to tidy about that. I've got no one to catch themselves on it. That's it. That's now working as it should do. Drives all working. Throttle's working. Just make sure it's moving that side. Yeah, it's moving. Happy with that. Right, I think we're there. Let's put the box on it, take it outside, and give it another run, I suppose. Right, why yourself there, Pops? You can't pull the cord. You're too old. Thanks, Chili. fantastic. Another lawnmower bought back from the dead. That was part of a job lot of lawnmowers that was only destined for one way, and that's been sat around the side of the shed there, and she's now up and running. Just got to put a new spark plug in it. I bought some new spark plugs off Amazon probably a week ago, 10 or 12, and 2 of them have been giving me bad runnings. Put them in, gapped them or what have you, and they're missing. So I just put an old plug in, an old Championeer for instance, which is a proper Briggs & Stratton, an RJ1 9LM. It runs sweet as a nut, but with a brand new B2LM, I don't want to know. So must have been a couple of Duff plugs I've picked up. Anyway, that's done. If you like this video, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, whack the old bell, and all that sort of good stuff. And more importantly, leave a comment down below, positive or negative. I don't really mind. You'll get the straight answer back. But until next time, don't forget to take it easy, and I'll see you